everybody, and welcome to Ballpark Tab. If it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Robert, or Bob, whatever you want to call me, and call me late for breakfast. I don't care. Anyway, today we're going to take a look at a way to use melody to help you learn the fingerboard and master the fingerboard. Now, a lot of teachers, and myself included, I've done this at times, will teach you to play a scale, maybe starting on the first step of the scale, play up to 9 and then come back down. That's fine, but I like to use exercises that are more musical if I can, and this is going to be an example of that, where we're just going to play a melody, and we're going to play it over a very simple chord progression, because remember, melody's king. Melody's what you want to have in all your music as much as possible, because that's what people remember and what they relate to. The best songs have a memorable melody and a nice chord progression to go with them, and that's what sticks with people. Okay, so we're going to take a simple chord progression of 1, 6, 2, 5. In this case, it's going to be C, A7, D minor, G7. And we're just going to play single notes and outlining these chords with the single notes. So I'm going to start in the 5th position here on this E note. Now, I have the tab for this, if a link to the tab to this down in the description below if you want the tab. But this is very simple and very predictable when you hear it. It should be pretty easy to memorize even without the tab. But here it goes. It's 4 notes for each chord. And then A7, D minor, I'll slow it down a little bit. C, A minor, D minor, G7, then it repeats. C, A7, D minor, G7, C, A minor, D minor, G. Now there's a bridge section that's F, F minor, and then 1, 6, 2, 5 again in the key of C. And it goes like this. F, F minor, C, A7, D minor, G7, C. Okay. Now, I'll play the whole thing one more time quickly. Repeats. Bridge. Okay, you get the idea. Now, sounds a little straight. I mean, well, actually, it's real straight, but it's an exercise, remember? Now, this is not a scale exercise, but it is a sequence. You know, you can sequence scales where you play like that. That was a C scale sequenced in thirds. Well, this is a sequence in the fact that it's going up. Now the first rate has 6 notes in it because it started on a pickup, but then it goes up, down, up, down, up, 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 down. I think I mixed it up a little bit right there, but it's up, down, up, down, up, down. So it's a pattern, and that's what you want to look for in music is patterns. Always look for melodic patterns and rhythmic patterns, things like that, that you could hook on to and pick up and remember about a song, because you'll hear patterns in everything. And that's just a great way to learn, is to associate the patterns. Let me take just a quick look here. So this is a melodic sequence, like we said. It's in the key of C. So the chords are going to be C, da, 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 A7. Now, why is it A7 instead of A minor? Well, because when I got to the A chord, I played a C sharp. C sharp's a third of A. So we're used an A7 instead of an A minor. But later in the exercise, here's D minor, G7, C. Then I played an A note, and then we would use the A minor then. So all this is open. You can change this around, make your own chord progression to play over. You can make your own melodic exercise to play over, but that's okay. So the A7 is the only chord in this sequence that wouldn't be diatonic to the key of C. It would be what we call a secondary dominant. And in fact, it's the 5 of 2 in the key of C. 2 is D minor, and D minor's dominant chord is A7. So that's why it's called the 5 of 2. But don't worry about too much theory here and reading the theory into the things. The whole idea of, in my estimation, practicing in music should be fun. Make this as fun as possible and make all your practicing fun. If it isn't fun, if it's drudgery and you're just practicing a bunch of scale exercises and technical exercises without playing music, you're kind of defeating the purpose. I mean, isn't that why you want to play the guitar anyway, to have fun and get chicks or whatever it is, you know? Okay. All right. So, like I said, the tab's down below. Now, what else can you do to this? It was pretty straight feeling. Well, you could play it with different timing. You know, play it with a swing feel versus a straight feel. And change the notes up a little bit, change the timing of the notes. Okay, just a lot of ways to slice and dice this to make it fun and interesting for you. And that's what you should do. Just anything I've ever taught someone, I always try to make sure that they put their own stamp on it, you know, and that way it will sound like you, and you'll be more inclined to play it easier because you're letting the music that's inside of you come out, not what's inside of me. Now, a lot of this started on the third of a chord. Like in the C, it started on an E note, which is the third of C. Then when it went to A7, it started on the third, which is C sharp. Then it went to G, it started on the third. On C, it started on the third again. On the A minor, it started on the root. On the D minor, it started on the root D. And it finished on the G. But always, you know, that's another way you can always look at things. It's like, what note did this sequence start on? And that's helpful. You can make your own exercises following the same logic. All right, we played it with a straight feel. We played it with a swing feel. We've changed the timing of the notes. Another thing you can do it is play it in all different areas of the fingerboard, wherever you can find it. I just played it in 2 ways here. Maybe play it in another octave. And so on. Try it in different keys. Let's say that we did it in the key of G. Well, it started on the third in the key of C, so in the key of G, the first chord will be G, and it'll be 1, 6, 2, 5. So it's going to be G, 6 is going to be E7, 2 is going to be A minor, and 5 is going to be D7. But it'll start on the third. And then E7, A minor, D7, G, E minor, A minor, D7. Might have changed the tail end just a little bit. But again, just put your own personality into it and let it come out. So let's recap. This doesn't have to be a long video. This is just a short video with hopefully a few ideas that you can use to just learn the fingerboard. Play it around anywhere you can find it. Make up your own melody, do your own chord progression. So anyways, I think that's it for today. If you liked this information, please consider subscribing and ring the bell down at the bottom. And as always, if you have any comments or questions, I'll be glad to respond to them. If there's something you'd like to see covered in a video, please let me know. That being said, thanks for stopping by the Ballpark Tab, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.